In 1972, while Nike was just beginning to rise and Adidas already ruled the global sneaker market, a small, almost unknown shoe company in Boston was struggling to survive. That company was New Balance. At the time, New Balance wasn't cool. It wasn't fashionable, and it definitely wasn't famous. In fact, it was nearly invisible. The company made only a few running shoes each day, mostly for serious athletes and older runners who cared about comfort more than style. Sales were tiny. Marketing was almost non-existent. Many believed the company wouldn't survive another decade. But everything changed when a 28-year-old entrepreneur purchased the struggling company. He wasn't a sneaker celebrity. He wasn't a fashion icon. He wasn't even from the footwear industry. He was simply a businessman searching for opportunity. In 1972, he bought a company with just 6 employees. Most people would have tried to compete directly with giants like Nike. Instead, he asked a different question. What if we don't follow the market? What if we build our own? At a time when sneaker brands focused on flashy advertising and celebrity endorsements, the company focused on something simple: fit, comfort, and quality. Shoes were designed based on foot measurements instead of trends. Multiple width sizes were introduced, something revolutionary at the time. Wide feet, narrow feet, different shapes. For the first time, runners could buy shoes that truly fit them. It wasn't glamorous, but it worked. Slowly, word spread among serious runners. New Balance wasn't the loudest brand. It was the brand that simply felt better. Then came 1976. A model called the 320 running shoe was released. It didn't have massive marketing campaigns, but Runner's World magazine named it the best running shoe available. Almost overnight, demand exploded. For the first time, New Balance was on the map. Yet the company refused to chase fast growth. Instead of outsourcing production overseas like competitors, manufacturing remained in the United States and United Kingdom. It was more expensive, it was slower. But leadership believed quality created loyalty, and loyalty created longevity. Through the 1980s and 1990s, Nike dominated basketball, and Adidas ruled global sports culture. New Balance quietly built something different. It became the brand for people who valued performance over hype. No loud colors, no celebrity drama, no shortcuts, just craftsmanship. While competitors chased trends, New Balance built trust. By the early 2000s, sneaker culture changed. Brands began competing for attention through massive sponsorship deals. Many analysts believed New Balance would disappear without celebrity endorsements. But the company stayed consistent. Authenticity mattered more than popularity. For years, New Balance remained successful but underrated. Then something unexpected happened. Fashion changed. Around the late 2010s, young consumers began rejecting overly flashy branding. A new trend emerged: minimalism, comfort, and authenticity. Suddenly, the very qualities New Balance had protected for decades became fashionable. The so-called dad shoes, once joked about, became a global trend. Models like the 990 series exploded in popularity. Celebrities, designers, and influencers started wearing New Balance not because they were paid, but because they genuinely liked them. The brand that never chased hype became hype itself. Then came the 2020s. During the pandemic era, people prioritized comfort more than ever. Work-from-home culture changed fashion. Sneakers replaced formal shoes. New Balance was perfectly positioned. Sales surged worldwide. Collaborations with designers and creative artists introduced the brand to Gen Z audiences. Yet the company maintained its identity. No aggressive overexpansion. No loss of quality, just steady, disciplined growth. The same philosophy started in 1972. By 2026, New Balance had transformed into one of the most respected sneaker brands on earth. A multi-billion-dollar company, worn by athletes, entrepreneurs, creatives, and everyday people alike. Unlike many global corporations, New Balance remained privately owned, still guided by the same long-term vision. Still independent, still different. The company never tried to be the loudest voice in the room. It built something rarer. A company that proved success doesn't always belong to the fastest or the flashiest. Sometimes success belongs to those who stay patient long enough for the world to catch up. Today, New Balance represents more than sneakers. It represents a philosophy. Build quality, respect customers, ignore short-term hype, and think in decades, not trends. From a nearly forgotten company, with 6 employees to a global cultural icon, New Balance didn't win by shouting louder. It won by staying true to itself. And that quiet strategy became one of the loudest success stories in business history.